Here's the benefits of when you do have your own show. It's because as much mainstream headlines and general topics that I talk about, I also get to sit there and talk about what I want to talk about. And since football's getting closer, I want to talk about Denver. So I'm going to take the next couple minutes to talk about Denver because it's my show and I get to do that kind of thing. So let me tell you why, and I'm gonna factually state in 2017 why Denver will be better than the projections. Which right now the projections have Denver power rankings, they're around 18 to 20. Overall roster, they're around 24, and most people project them winning 6 to 8 games. I talked about the Raiders being the best team in that division, and I hate to admit that, but that's probably true. But I'm going to tell you why Denver will be better than people are giving their credit for, and I think Denver will finish second in that division and get a wild card this year. They got to start with the obvious, which is it's still one of the top 2 or 3 defenses in the league. I rated them number 1, but even if you don't think they're ranked number 1, they're a top 3. That's been the consistent opinion is of Denver that they are a top 3 defense. They are a championship defense. They've got Von Miller, who's arguably the best defensive player in football. Chris Harrison and Keep Talib, who are Pro Football Focus number 1 and number 2 corners last year. No fly zone, gave up the fewest passing yards. They have a great pass rush. They've got good linebackers. Another year with Todd Davis. Brandon Marshall played at a Pro Bowl level last year. So defensively, I don't really have to talk about it. They speak for themselves. It's that defense is the only defense in the history of the league last 20 years that carried Peyton Manning. That says something. Context is also another thing, but I like the statement. Denver's defense carried Peyton Manning. You are getting an improved offensive line because the offensive line was hot garbage, trash, terrible, pitiful, inexcusable, a waste of space, and basically would have been better if they didn't actually have anybody there. The football just hiked itself, and Trevor Siemian just tried to throw to 11 receivers or 10 receivers because the offensive line couldn't block anyone. They couldn't run block, couldn't pass block. I mean, they couldn't block each other. This is my most frustrating thing, and it's why I'm such a believer in offensive line play, is because when your offensive line is bad, not only is it like deflating as a team when you can't actually run your plays because there's someone in the backfield every play, it's deflating as a fan. When you're just watching a game and you just see sack, 1 yard run, 2 yard run, sack, incomplete, and I will always watch Denver games simply because I'm kind of psychotic. I've talked about it before. Fan is literally short for fanatic, so I'm not all here. But it's just the most deflating thing ever if you're a football fan and your offensive line's bad and you just see your quarterback on his back. You see running backs that can't get yards. It's just painful to watch. So you're going to get an improved offensive line. You got Garrett Bowles. You got Ron O'Leary. You've got Malik Watson, if I'm saying that correctly. You've got Matt Paradis coming back, who was really your only good player last year on the offensive line at center. So you're going to have a much better offensive line. You're going to have much tougher offensive linemen to help running the ball, which will be the biggest contributor of that offensive line is Trevor Siemian, because no, I don't believe in Paxton Lynch at this point. He hasn't shown anything through camp or even playing last year. He looks lost. I've always used my own personal view of young quarterbacks as some guys drop back and look like they know what they're doing. Some guys drop back and act like the entire state of whatever team they're playing is on defense. Some guys just go out there and they look like they see 15 defenders. So Paxton Lynch, he is under that category of just he looks really lost, confused, too many guys on defense. While Trevor Siemian, he does not have the athletic tools that Paxton Lynch has, and you can't take that away from Paxton Lynch. The fact that he is 6'7", has a cannon arm, and he's decently mobile for that size. He's not going to be a speed demon by any means, but he's pretty mobile for that size. Trevor Siemian looks calm. He's collected. He's poised. If you look at his rate stats and his numbers, while he had time to throw, he was a very good quarterback. You look at his best game last year, which is against the Bengals. He had plenty of time to throw. I think there's only 2 pressures that whole game. He threw 4 touchdowns and had over 300 yards. He has that kind of potential. And I actually made the case, and obviously no one's going to take it seriously, and probably no one should. But there was another guy who came into the league about 16 years ago who was a late round draft pick, got on a team with a really good defense, excuse me, and was just making a couple plays, kind of ran a conservative offense, and did pretty well when he got protection. Oh, what happened to that guy? Oh, that's right. So Trevor Siemian, with an improved offensive line, will have more time to sit in the pocket. The running game will improve, which he did. He had a great rating as far as play action passes. He has a better arm than people think he has. And like I said, the big thing is neck up, he gets it. He's calm, he's collected, he's composed. He doesn't look nervous out there. I mean, yeah, he looked nervous at times last year because there was 3 guys running down his throat 2 seconds into the play. I'd be pretty nervous too if I have all these large human beings trying to chase me down. So between Trevor Siemian's improvement, you still have guys like Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Cody Latimer showed out so far in the preseason and training camp. Williamson, the rookie, he is a fast SOB. You've got Jeff Hireman coming back off. He's now a full year removed from his surgery. You'll get Jake Butt back by probably week 10, week 11 into the season. Virgil Green, they have weapons. Thomas and Sanders are both obviously elite 1,000-yard receivers. You got weapons. You got Devontae Booker in the second year. You got C.J. Anderson, like I said, once again with the line, being able to get more rushing yards, being able just to run the ball better, improved play from your quarterback, still a championship defense. Let's say this. I have Denver winning 10 games, getting one of the wild cards, or being literally the most competitive 9-7, 8-8 team there is. Yeah. I mean, I have Denver going 16-0, but if I have to be objective about it, yeah. So, but once again, like I said, my show. I get to talk about Denver if I want to. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. Also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. If you'd like to see more videos, click right here on my chest. And I will see you guys next time.